What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I have no idea if this is pointed good. Um, but anyway, um, just kind of had some thoughts, and I figured I'd ramble a little bit at the camera and see. None of this might make any sense, so just bear with me. But I was thinking about, I just haven't really been into like video games much lately, and I think it's been like that for a minute. Um, I was really into games during the pandemic, and I would say that when I'm like really depressed, I really tend to throw myself into games. I was depressed for a long time, and would bury myself in games like Destiny, and play them every day. And then it was basically all I did for years. Sometimes I would just come home, jam Destiny all night, or any days off I'd just play Trials all day. There's tons of videos on my YouTube channel of me playing Destiny, and I kind of now am getting past my depression. It's it'll probably still always be a part of my life, but I'm medicated. I've gone to therapy. Now I don't have insurance, so I'm waiting for my new insurance to kick in at my new job. But right now it's just like I feel like I'm in a good spot mentally where I'm growing as a person. I'm working on myself. I have goals and ambitions, which I never had before. So, and I used to just play games when I was kind of aimless and didn't have stuff I wanted to do. But now it's like I come home, and if I'm tired, or overwhelmed, it's not like I'm going to jump right into studying or watching a movie. I just kind of veg out and do what anyone would do, is kind of like maybe scroll my phone or watch a lot of YouTube. And just don't really do anything of production. And at least games used to make me feel like I was working towards stuff, even if it wasn't like a real thing. I did feel like, my Destiny account, I had all these different weapons and rare things and things I worked really hard for. So if somebody looked at my character in game, they'd be like, whoa, this dude, like, what a badass. This guy has spent 3, 4, 5,000 hours on Destiny. It's like, nah. Only other nerds will care, and only somebody else who has played a lot will notice any of those things. So, but yeah, at first, when I started thinking about, oh man, I have just not really been as much into games. Like, I got into Marvel Rivals for the beta in like the first season, but now in the second season, I just feel myself already falling off Marvel Rivals, and just like I just don't. It sucks because the games I like are very competitive. And, typically to do well, you have to play with other people. And a lot of times in competitive games, other people are awful, miserable, toxic, racist, homophobic, all of the above, just all the bad things, all of the things you can not want to talk to in a general chat lobby, you're exposed to. So, and that brings me to, I think, what really has changed for me with not just gaming, but kind of like online spaces in general. Obviously everything's kind of changing with AI and, the internet and third spaces online kind of going away, as well as in real life. And everyone talks about that loneliness epidemic, but tying in with all of those things for me is that gaming was always kind of like my social thing. And even going back to like in my teenage years, I spent a lot of time gaming on the computer, just like, free games that you could just play online, being on forums. And then in my 20s, playing a ton of Halo with my friends, some of them real life friends, but a lot of them online. I was in a huge clan of Halo people, and it's funny because I feel like I talk about it so much, and it was a significant part of my life, but I'm sure a lot of the people from back then don't even think about it, or don't think about it as much as I do, because I'm a nostalgic person who just like obsesses over the past. So that's part of it. I'm a nostalgic guy. I remember all these good times I had playing Halo and Destiny, and I realized like, a lot of my social time was online, sometimes with people I didn't even really know that well particularly. So, and our friendships was basically predicated on having a common goal in the games. And like, I still like those people. They're good people, and I wanted to be friends with them, and if they were around me, I'd hang out with them. But the reality is, as soon as I stopped playing Halo, or what in reality, like a lot of the people who were playing Halo all ended up going to PlayStation around the time of the PS4, and then I kind of just lost. It's not like they were all my best friends, but a lot of the people I was playing Halo every day with were just gone, and and I think I never quite had the same community. I did have a Destiny clan that I played with, and everybody in the Destiny clan was super cool, and I think that was a great community to be a part of. But now, this forum I used to be on, Penny Arcade forum, has gone away, and I'm just trying to spend less time online in general. So it's weird now to be in my 30s. I'm 35, and most of my socializing IRL after like high school was done at bars and stuff. So now I'm sober. So that's another thing, is like a lot of people, if you are awkward or anxious, like most people are, you know what I mean? You go to a bar, you do some kind of substance, usually drinking, and people like you, and you hang out, and it's all fun. But like, it's just different now. Like everything is hard. It's hard to make friends. It's hard to date online. It's just, there's so many aspects of the internet that are just not fun anymore. And so gaming, I think, is part of that. Is like, I'm sure there are tons of people out there who have a great time gaming still. Probably people a little bit younger than me, maybe older as well. But I think I just feel just like the best gaming days are behind me. And part of it is I'm older and I have other things I want to do now, and I'm not, I don't know. I just really want to invest my time not online, and hopefully in like real people. Part of I moved away from where I was to closer to my family, and because I'm trying to spend more time with my family, and like a lot of different things I'm trying to do, but I just feel kind of lonely. I think is a good way to think about it. Is I don't have that many friends in real life. I don't think there's anything wrong with that particularly, but it sucks because you're just like, man, how do you go out and make friends when you're in your 30s without going to a bar? Or I don't know, man. I don't know. It was so easy when I was in high school, because we just were forced to be around each other. And I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe I just go back to school and hope that there's cool people, which is kind of in the cards. I'm like looking at going to like a community college or something. I don't know, man. I think just everything in the world is just a little crazy right now. I know everybody's been saying that for 10 years now. It feels like since 2016, people have just nonstop been like, "Whoa, the world is crazy," and it's like it just has just never stopped. And obviously, part of getting older is time dilation. Like it feels like time is speeding up. So to me, like a year used to be so long, but now a year can go by, like months go by in a blink, and it's like, and you're working all the time. Like right now, I work overnights, and it kind of creates this like time stasis where I sleep during the day and I work during the night, and it's just like, woo, I just feel a little disoriented lately. So, yeah, gaming, to bring it all back, video games. In the year 2025, I've made a skit type YouTube video about how my Xbox is pissing me off, and like, I don't know, man, it's just not all the things that I'm nostalgic for are like mid 2000s, or late 90s, and I feel stupid. Like I got a wall of VHS tapes. I've got an original Xbox over there. I've got a Game Boy SP on the table. There's a DS right there. I've got boxes of, like, all the games I like to play right now are legitimately old games. I've played more Pokemon on the Game Boy than I have anything else, and like Pokemon Go and stuff, but I don't know where I'm going with this or anything, if this makes any sense, but I just don't like the state of modern gaming, and there's not a lot of games that are engaging to me, and even if they were, I just don't have the community and don't know really where to go to like make friends. And I'm kind of over making friends online because they just don't feel real. Like, and I've met people, I've hung out with people I've met online, I've lived with people I've met online, so it's not like I don't try to make friends online. I just tired of it. I just want just like a normal, I don't know is what's normal anymore. I just want to like have people around me that I can hang out with. I want to meet people in real life to date, and I don't want to use an app for everything. I am tired of looking at my phone all the time, even when in my free time. Technology and all the stuff that like internet. When I was growing up, I was so obsessed with being on the internet. I would rush home to get online. I would rush home to watch Toonami and stuff, and I'd rush home to like read fan fictions, or I'd rush home to play Flash games on Newgrounds, or watch Flash cartoons, or watch YouTube. And now it's just kind of like a time suck. Just feels like a kind of a waste of my time. And there are good things to do online, but as soon as you open your phone, like now, like I open YouTube on my phone, it goes right to shorts, and I'm like, I'm trying not to look at my phone. And like YouTube is like one of the 2 apps I pay for videos, for like movies, videos, for like shows. Like I watch YouTube with no ads, and I watch Crunchyroll with no ads, and that's it. And I don't even like supporting Crunchyroll because they're like super anti-union. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm tired. I'm real tired, boss. I think I would like everything to stop. I would like to make some friends that last, that are meaningful. And not to say any of my past friendships were not those things. It's just right now I feel very lonely. Don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to make friends IRL. I don't know. I just want to like chill, dude, and not think about how like, oh, I turn on my Xbox, I use it for glorified YouTube and Crunchyroll machine. I know for a fact for the last 2 or 3 years, the number 1 app that I've used is YouTube, because every time I turn on my Xbox, I just go straight to YouTube. I'm not playing games. Yeah. So that sucks. Sorry for the long ramble. Sorry for if it doesn't make any sense. I've just been a little frustrated, I think. Yeah. Anyway, but I have goals, ambitions, things I'm working towards. Things are pretty good personally. I just want some friends. 2025, y'all. Loneliness epidemic, y'all. Can I get like a girlfriend, please? I'm sorry, I'm done. God.